Hello everyone, I'm Steven, the calculator guy, and today we're going to talk a little bit about gOHM opportunities, particularly with regards to liquidity pool providing and lending. And I updated the impermanent loss calculator to account for rebasing tokens. So let's get into it. I'm actually going to go through this whole process. So we're going to look at gOHM on the Polygon network. This is where we're going to be, utilizing this opportunity. And so basically what you want to be aware of whenever you're on a additional chain like an EVM like Avalanche or Polygon and the original assets from Ethereum, you want to look at the price difference. So here, if we look, it's quoting us. I'll just swap these back and forth so I can think again, and I'll do like, okay, now it's holding steady on that 18,960. So basically, the price of gOHM on Polygon on SushiSwap is 18,960, and that's the place with the highest amount of liquidity. Now, the APR and the APY for this is really good. I mean, considering what it is, like 60 or 70%. But if we look over on the Olympus.DAO website, we'll see that the price is 18,753. So effectively, we're paying, like if we were to buy one full gOHM, we'd be paying like $150 more. Actually like $200 more, $210 more. So if you look at the difference between those two, it's about 1%, 1.1%, which isn't terrible. It's not amazing, because anything over, in my opinion, anything that's 1% or above is pretty intense price impact. But it is what it is. You're on a different chain. You're getting the benefits of not paying gas fees, which at this small rate would literally be the entire purchase. So I'm really not that beat up about it. But I'm only going to purchase half anyways, because I want to sort of look at the stats for the liquidity pool pair that we're going to be looking at, which is going to be on Impermax, it's going to be wrapped Ethereum, and gOHM. So 50% of this would be, quick math, 67.5. So 67.5. I believe that's right. Just to make sure. 67.5 times 2. I should have done it the other way around. 135. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. No. I messed up. 67.5. How much do I have? 134.1? 134.1 divided by 2. That's not divided by 67.05. Okay, I knew something was wrong there. 67.05. Alright, cool. So I'm going to do this. Confirm the swap. I hope I have enough Matic for these. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. I don't use the Polygon chain that much, though there are increasingly more interesting opportunities there. So, like, I think I might start moving some more funds over here just to play around. I know the markets are kind of, ugly right now, but there are still a lot of opportunities in terms of farming and stablecoin things and blue chips. We just sort of want to rack them up over time, because you're betting on crypto existing in the future, which I think is a fantastic bet. So even through a bear market, you do want to get yield on your tokens and coins. So then the next thing I'm going to do is do the rest of this to wrapped Ethereum, which is right here. Also at a bit of a discount right now. There we go. So I'm going to swap. Okay, so I'm 50-50 wrapped Ethereum, wrapped gOHM. So gOHM is wrapped OHM, but it's governance wrapped OHM. It's governance wrapped stake OHM, technically. Yeah, sure. We'll go ahead and add that. And cool. So this is the farm right here. You can see it has 80%, which is really high. If you were to there's probably a few places to auto compound this. So maybe we can even look really quickly. I think Yield Wolf may be one of them. Beefy. I'm gonna check Beefy first, because Beefy's kind of my go-to. They don't have the best rates, to be honest, but they don't have, their rates aren't bad. Their rates definitely aren't bad. But sometimes we might get slightly better on the Phantom network if you're dealing with Reaper. I want to do BSC. I want to do Polygon. And I want to see... Cool. Hey, look. This is a new one? This might be a new one. 33%. Cool. Oh, because we're looking only at stables. And I want to look for gOHM, and they have no options for gOHM. So the next one I'm going to look at is YieldWolf. And I could do, there are a few other ones that I could do. But I'm just going to look at these two, and if they don't have anything, they don't have anything. So here I want to look for gOHM. It looks like we're getting nothing, which is unfortunate. But, you know, it's fine by me. There are some other auto compounders that I could look at, and I'm sure if you know of them, you might be looking at them. But I'm going to look at leverages today, because I think leveraging is going to be the way to go here. So anyways, I have my 50-50 split. I'm going to add my liquidity here. What happened? Oh, I'm on the Binance Smart Chain. You need to go back to Polygon. Polygon. Okay, here we go. I'm going to add liquidity. So I'll have to max this one. Approve gOHM. Approve. I wish I could approve all of these at the same time. Wouldn't that be nice? Double approval. Approve. It's thinking. It's thinking real hard. So I'm going to add the liquidity here, right? Get the liquidity pool token. Then I'm going to take it over to Impermax. And I'm going to leverage it. Now I'm totally cool with losing all of this, so I get that I am leveraging it. Also, leveraging isn't necessarily the only thing you can do. We're going to look at lending as well, because there's no fee. So lending is just, it's like, it's almost riskless, but there are, you know, smart contract risks, and there are also risks of being on multiple platforms. There's also the risk of like being exposed to gOHM if you don't want to be exposed to gOHM. There's, you know, there's a variety of different risks. There's also the risk of liquidity for gOHM not being really high on Polygon, and so, you know, we're seeing that price difference. It's 1% now. Who knows if that's going to increase or decrease later. So, you know, all things to consider. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and add my liquidity here. Now, this is just because I know this is what I want to do. Once we look at the actual strategy, maybe you'll think that you want to do the lending side, because it's, you know, it's not a bad lending. So I've added my liquidity. Cool. Awesome. So what I'm going to do now is staking. Deposit. I could stake it here, right? I could stake it here if that's what I want to do. I do not want to stake it here. I want to go somewhere else. And you can actually look at the APR. The farming APR is, the fee APR is pretty low. It's like 10%. The reward APR is where the money's at, which indicates to me personally that, you know, it's probably going to go down. They're incentivizing it early, and that's going to shrink over time. So keep that in mind, you know, but hey, whatever. So here, this is where we will deposit our token. Oh, do I need to actually, I may need to deposit the token on SushiSwap and then get a sushi token. No, I have it. Okay, cool. So I'm going to maximize that. I'm going to approve that. So you have to, this is much like Taro.to, where you need to deposit it first, and then you can leverage it up. So I'm going to leverage probably around 5x. I know it sounds super risky, but again, this is sort of a higher risk play. I'm trying to get a lot of yield on my Ethereum and gOHM. And I don't really mind the risks in this particular case. And I'll look at, you know, the different TWAPs to see how I feel. If OHM goes down to like $100, you know, there are worse problems with the markets than me losing this $140 investment. So anyways, I deposited it. I'm pretty sure it's pending and sort of grokking. Was it just an approval? No. Okay, so I've deposited all of it. I should be able to refresh and leverage now. Yes, see, there we go. So one thing to consider is that if you just want to do single side supplying here, you could supply for 10%. Now, the more people that borrow, the higher this supply should go, theoretically. You could also supply for 30%. That's crazy for wrapped Ethereum, in my opinion. Crazy for wrapped Ethereum. So anyways, I'm going to leverage this for I think the APR, well, we're gonna see. So leverage, what's the max? 11. Don't want to do this. Then, so if you look at the TWAP price, this is effectively how many wrapped Ethereums per gOHM we are at currently. So right now it's 0.2, roughly 0.2 wrapped Ethereums per gOHM. And if we got to 0.22, I'd get liquidated. Conversely, if we got to, conversely, if we got to 0.1845, we'd get liquidated. Likewise, it's 4.92 wrapped Ethereum per gOHM. And you can see that it's a very, very tight range that we have to work within at 11x leverage. But, you know, at 6x leverage, I know it's still kind of risky, but my estimated APR is like 769. I might even go up to like wherever it gets read. I'm being dumb here, guys. I'm being dumb just because this is not a throwaway investment, but like it's just a small investment and I want to play with it. And I want to show you guys what I did with the impermanent loss calculator so you can sort of see what I'm doing here. So at this leverage, my liquidation rates are 0.32, which I think is a bit of a buffer, and 0.748, which effectively means that wrapped Ethereum would have to become worth so much that it would be worth, so that wrapped Ethereum would be so much that 3.24 of them would get 1 gOHM, or wrapped Ethereum would shrink in value that it would be 7.48, or conversely, gOHM would change in price to meet those ratios. Now, it's nice when you can do this with stable pairs because you can just look at the USD value, but here you have to think in terms of wrapped Ethereum, which is much harder for most people to do. But again, I'm cool with this. So effectively what's happening here is we're getting trading fees. The problem is I'm worried I'm going to get mostly IMX, which I really don't want. We're getting sushi rewards, we're getting blah, blah. The bar APR is what's eating into most of that. But so this is cool. I'm cool with this. So the gOHM and the sushi, I hope that's what I'm getting most of, and I want my IMX to be eaten into. So we'll see. I mean, 903%, cool. And I'm going to be compounding into this anyways. So I'm going to prove these. This is where I'm at. 7's a good number. I could do 5, much safer. But, you know, like the prices could fluctuate and I'd be cool with that. I could build a TWAP estimator. You know what? I might do that. I might do a TWAP estimator just so like I can see if the prices fluctuate, what the TWAP would be. So anyways, let's jump over to the impermanent loss calculator really quickly. So basically what I did is I added these for interest-bearing tokens. So like gOHM is accruing those compounds per day at an interest rate of 0.35% per rebase, or per reward cycle. I realize that not everyone knows what a rebase is, so per reward cycle. And so effectively the APR is 378, but the APY is 4,371. So from this date, which is presumably the date you start this, to today's date, you would have accrued 42.81% in interest. Now, if the price stayed the same, this would be the new value of your gOHM. It would have gone from 18,771 to 26,688. So if you put that price there, you can see that while you do have some impermanent loss because the APR is so absurdly high, you still end up, making 86% interest. Now, this is because of the really, really freakishly high APR, right? Which is what we're dealing with on Impermax. So I'm going to leverage this. I know, guys, I know this is like a risky leverage. This is definitely something I am willing to lose. I'm just, for the sake of demonstration. If you want to do lower at like 5, right? So we're in the light yellow. This is much safer. This is a really broad range. But, I'm going to check on this in like a month and see what happens. Maybe a few weeks. Who knows? Because I'm imagining this APR is going to tank. Not tank, but like go down remarkably. So I want to be leveraged high up so that I'm still going to get like 100% APR in the future. it has to think again. So let's go back here. So let's just say, like, I'm getting 900% right now, but I'm only imagining that's going to last for a few whiles. But that gives me really nice. So like, I don't even know what my initial quantity is. It's something absurdly low, like 0.003. What is that? Let's just imagine it's a low amount. And so I'm recommended to use 0.01, 94. Yeah, this is pretty close to my investment. I might do 0.035 and 0.0. I need to push that over a bit. 0.017. Okay, so 130. This is really close to what I put in. So I'm looking at a total investment in like a month's time, you know, theoretically, of like $288 like a month. So, you know, not bad. And that's, you know, when I deleverage and take profits, if I could maintain that 900%, and then if I could do this for until, you know, a few months in the future, at this rate, I'd be doing really well. But let's just imagine this APR tanks down to like, I don't know, 100%. Still, the impermanent loss is less than the profit that I'm getting from this yield. So I'm going to go ahead and yield. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Apparently I need to accept. Let me reject this and then leverage and make sure I'm doing the right one. Okay. So as a reminder, like, I'm going to get paid not only in gOHM, I'm going to get my wrapped Ethereum gOHM liquidity pool tokens, which is cool because I'm just sort of getting those two together. But also they're going to pay me in the proprietary IMX reward, and I honestly don't care for that because it's like a farming token, and you guys know I'm not super big on farming tokens. So if I go over to IMX, when I receive these tokens, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell these for 50% wrapped Ethereum, 50% gOHM, and just compound them back in, right? Because I want to turn that APR into an APY, which would increase these numbers. So keep that in mind. Hopefully I can increase these numbers for a while, you know. Most good things in DeFi don't last, so, you know, I'll be semi-dynamic with it. But anyways, so the other opportunity here clearly is like the supply APR. The supply APR is going to increase as people, you know, total degenerates like me, at least, you know, here on the markets. I try to be a decent person outside the markets, but here I'm, you know, this is a bit of a risk play. When people borrow, and they borrow a lot, this needs to incentivize lenders more. So the more incentives will increase this supply APR. Now, for me, like, this is a crazy supply APR for wrapped Ethereum. That's one of the best Ethereum plays I can think of right now. However, we do need to go back to SushiSwap and go to swap and see what the price of Ethereum is here and compare it to the actual price of Ethereum. So presumably, let's just do USDC. Let's do wrapped Ethereum, and let's do one wrapped Ethereum. What are we paying? We're paying 38.35, and the price of Ethereum right now, we're gonna get a few different ones. 38.24. So we're overpaying a little bit. It's actually not that bad. We're overpaying by like, I don't know, 0.01% or something not huge. So I'd be fine with that. And if we did like 0.1, would be paying closer? No. Okay, so that's just like Polygon's price of Ethereum. So it's not that much different, and I wouldn't mind like cashing out at that rate. But let's just swap these, because sometimes you'll see if you sold it. Okay, so this is the price that you would get it for. So that's not bad. If we swap 823, swap 810, so $13 difference. 13, 810. Divided by 3, 8, 10, and 3, 8, 23. Yeah, less than 1% difference. So I don't mind that at all. Not bad. So really, this is not only, where were we? Not only is this an interesting opportunity, and we can look at this in a second here, but this is an interesting opportunity too. Single-side staking for wrapped Ethereum, over 30%. Probably not going to last for a super long time because people are going to see this and just sort of go ham on it. So I apologize. But, you know, this is also a pretty cool opportunity. And I'll show you what kind of overall APY you'd be looking at with Ethereum by going over to this. So here, if you throw in that 10%, we're looking at going from, the rebase rate is actually smaller than that. It's like 3, 4, 5, 6. It's pretty cool. I never saw it before with Ethereum, but it's 3, 4, 5, 6. So the effective, oh no. Yeah, okay. So we're going from an APY of 4,300% base to 4,700% after, if we stake on that single side. So it's not a massive difference, and like if you look over time, really it's not super impressive, the difference that you'd be getting. Like you're going to get, in 100 days, in 3 months, you'll have made 2.7% more than you would have had you simply not done anything. But I also want to check my math on this because this could be slightly imperfect, but that's the basics, right? You're getting 12% more APY on your gOHM. So anyways, that's basically it, guys. I just want to show you this pretty cool opportunity, which with Impermax, which is, you know, wrapped gOHM. But also, guys, check out the other markets. If we just look at like some of their other opportunities, especially if you're willing to do more than 5x leverage for some of them. There was where is it? There were a few. USDC wrapped Ethereum, that's pretty good, but you can get that without leverage on the Ethereum blockchain if you're willing to do like the Uniswap v3 stuff. So if I can get it without leveraging, I'm probably going to, if I'm doing a large enough amount. I might be able to, yeah, so this is wild right here. This QuickSwap, they're highly incentivizing this and highly incentivizing this. They're really incentivizing anything with USDT, apparently. All of these are absurdly high returns. Now, of course, those may go down dramatically quickly, but as of now, these are super good. And I imagine the single side isn't that bad either. So this is supply. Let's see, supply 10%, 13%. Okay, it's not great. It's not amazing. But these rates are fantastic. You know, you're doing 20x leverage, but I'm super confident in USDT and USDC, as much as people don't like those. So keep those in mind, guys. Anyways, ooh, look at this one. Look at that. It's a wrapped Bitcoin and P Bitcoin. You combine these two together, you get 88.75%. So really knocking out of the ballpark with some of these leveraged APRs. But guys, remember, you gotta remember that that you're dealing with leverage, so you can get liquidated. Now, granted, if you're doing stable pairs like wrapped Bitcoin and P Bitcoin, they shouldn't deviate that much, but there is a chance of depeg. And with the chance of depeg, you want to be really careful. Yes, like you have this one, which is negligible, and then these ones, which are, you know, off the charts. So anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know it went a bit longer than I was expecting. The short and skinny of it is, when you're looking to buy gOHM or any other wrapped sort of interest-bearing token on another network, or any token that's not on its native network, you want to check on the price difference between that network and the network you're using. So if you're using Ethereum and if you're using wrapped Ethereum on Polygon, you want to check the Ethereum price on the Ethereum chain and see what the price difference is, because when you're looking to cash out, you're probably going to get hit with some sort of price impact. Likewise, if you're buying or selling gOHM on any network, I know it's really big on Arbitrum, really big on Avalanche, really big on Polygon, you want to make sure that the price you're paying for it isn't like 5% more or even 3% more, because if you're purchasing large amounts, that's going to eat into any possible rebase rewards that you're going to get for a while. So you really want to be cognizant of that, because in some cases, for some people, especially larger purchasers, investors, it may be more prudent for them just to buy the ohm on the Ethereum chain, stake it, wrap it. I know it's a lot of transactions, but if you're buying large amounts, it's not that the gas fees are not as important to you, and then transfer that onto the other chain. Seriously, because then you'll avoid that 3% price impact, which for some people is more than the gas fees they would pay on the Ethereum chain. Not me, but for some people. So do keep that in mind. It is important to consider. However, the gOHM price impact on SushiSwap, I was pretty impressed that it was relatively low. With wrapped SOHM on the Avalanche chain when that first came out, it was not pretty. It was very large price impacts. So if you want this video before anyone else, if you want to ask me questions and get them answered within 24 to 48 hours, if you want to see some other cool videos and other cool things, please feel free to join my Patreon. Also access to all my calculators. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. With leveraging, please be smart, please be safe, and please, consider being safe. That's all. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day.